Here at Hakai, part of our mission is to explore and celebrate biodiversity on the coastal margin. So this past winter, we assembled a crew for a week-long filming trip to catch a glimpse of what's just under the surface of the frigid waters around our Calvert Island Ecological Observatory. Join us as we go behind the lens and into the deep to bring you our Hakai Wild series. First things first, before the team even leaves the dock, they have to prep the gear. Tanks are filled using an air compressor on site. Between the team, they go through about a dozen tanks of air per day. And then there's the camera gear. Camera housings need to be meticulously cleaned before each dive. A few ill-placed grains of sand could mean an entire housing is flooded. These lubed-up O-rings make for a watertight seal. With the boat packed to the brim with gear, they set off. This week our team will be hitting up 2 to 3 sites a day, all within an hour's boat ride from Calvert Island. As they make their way to the site, divers gear up. With fewer plankton around, winter dives offer the best water clarity. But since water temp is around 8 degrees Celsius, our divers are going to be wearing full dry suits over their warm clothes. At the spot, it's time for final safety checks, and then they're off. Underwater, there are a few considerations. With each meter of depth, there's less sunlight from the surface, so everything starts to look sort of green. To solve this, divers use a variety of lights to bring back the colors. And then, of course, you have to actually find the creatures you want to film. If there's one valuable skill to have, it might be patience. Our team has chosen a variety of dive sites, from exposed outer shore to protected kelp-forested bays to rocky pinnacles, each with something different to offer. We also have to think about safety. Filming can be distracting, so divers stay in pairs to keep track of each other's air. And since they accumulate nitrogen in their blood the longer they stay underwater, our crew tracks their time and takes enough rest at the surface with our trusty boat driver. The results were worth the effort. Octopuses, numerous nudibranchs, and this crazy-looking decorated war bonnet, to name a few. The rest of the week, our team ventures further north from Calvert Island and manages to squeeze in a few night dives. Many marine animals are nocturnal, so night diving brings out a whole suite of new creatures. This rockfish feeding on plankton has huge eyes to help see in low light. On our last day, with lots of marine footage in the bag, the team decides to shoot for something a little different.
Winter up here on the Central Coast. We're on day 6 of our filming dive trip. We've done some pretty good dives, and here we are on Spider Island at Redmond Point. We're about to drop down and hopefully find the World War II anti-aircraft gun that was pushed off the cliff when the war ended. Fair bit of swell out here. Should be a lot of surge. Should be fun.
Of course, you can't always get what you want.
Well, Tav, any luck?
No gun. Not that I saw anything. No, I didn't see it. No gun, but oh man. Those colors in there, yeah. Unbelievable. I was shooting up towards the sun, and a big set would come through, and then these you could see like the big, all the bubbles rumbling down toward you.
Thanks for coming behind the scenes of our ocean winter dive trip around Calvert Island. Check out our Hakai Wild channel to see what creatures we encountered.